Hello there everyone, welcome back to Coding Rail. In this video we are going to see linked list from collection framework. So in my previous video we have talked about array list and collection framework and to store object inside array list collection. So in this video we'll do the same but with linked list. So let's get started. So guys, as you can see here, I have created one Java class called myLinkedList. So here we will do all our coding work. So before going to start, I wanted to tell you that linked list is same as array list, because in array list whenever we are going to insert any element or object, that will follow insertion order, and duplicate also allowed in array list, and that is also non-synchronized. All these properties are similar in linked list, but the thing is linked list is little bit faster than array list, because in array list whenever we are going to any extra element or object in between our index, that then rest of the element has to shift towards right side or left side. But in linked list, whenever you are going to add any element to particular index or in between your index point, then linked list work as doubly linked list. It will create another node for that particular element and will store that object into that node and will connect to all the object. So in linked list, no need to shift the object towards right side or left side. So in this way, this is little bit faster than array list. And one more thing you need to focus on: whenever you are going to retrieve your element from memory, you have to use array list, but whenever you are inserting any element or object into memory, you should use linked list, because this is little bit faster than array list. So let's see how it works in program. First we will create linked list object. Here it is showing error because we need to import linked list class. So let's import. Here we have imported linked list class. Now we have linked list object. We will use it to insert object and retrieve that object. We are not using any generic form here, like we will not restrict linked list to insert only string or integer. We will simply add random numbers to make it little bit simpler. So let's use the common method called add. We will add 22 inside in linked list. We will add 32 inside linked list. We will add, let's add one float element to make it little bit dynamic, called 34.56. It will be float, and let's add one duplicate element, that is 32. And for retrieving we have lots of methods, but here we will go for method, because this is little bit simpler. We have linked iterator, list iterator, for each, and lot of method we have, but we will use for now. We will simply print all the object with some space. Let's run the program. As you can see, it's maintaining insertion order, and also it is dynamic, and duplicate also allowed here. But here we need to focus on some extra method that is not the part of array list. That is add. First, here you can add any element to particular position. If you want to add it in the first position, or in the last position. So let's run this program. It will be added inside first position. Let's run same method with different value 68. Now this will be your first object. So this method was not the part of our array list. And here one more thing we need to focus, that if we are adding any element in between the index point, for that we have one method called set, but this method is also the part of array list. You can use this method in array list also, but there we don't need to shift. The compiler will shift your objects toward right or left side. That is not good for your program because that is little bit more time taking, but here the story is little bit different. Let's add 100 in first index number 1. So this object will be inserted in second position, as you can see, but here you cannot recognize the time because it is in millisecond, like 1 or 2 or 10 millisecond, we don't know. But this is a little bit faster than array list because it will create extra node, and that node will be connected to its first and its next, its previous and its next node value. So in this way you can use linked list. We have lot of method like list dot add last 90. It will insert object in the last position. So after this, if I will say again add says 30, so it will add last position till here. Once you have added all this and you are saying add last, it will add last position. So it will add 90 in the last of all this value, and but here this will be your last value. Now as you can see 30 is the last value. So as I told you, you can also use linked list as stack, or you can say queue or memory. So for that we have some method called push and pop and pull that we have used in queue. So let's use that method. If we are saying push, so let's insert 100 again. It will be inserted in the first position. Okay, because here we are using push as queue, not as a stack. 100, 200 and 300. So as you can see 100, 200 and 300 is in the first position. Now you know the queue concept. If you are inserting any value and inside the queue, the first element will come out of that queue first. So queue is nothing but FIFO, first in first out. So what are the element inside first position that will be removed from your queue? So let's say list as list and pop. We have poll first and poll last also, but here we will use pop method, and 300 will gone. As you can see, it's gone. Now if I'll say poll, that will also work same as pop method. As you can see 200 has gone. So in this way you can see. So let's say poll first, this will remove first element. As you can see 100 has gone because 100 was the first element in linked list we are using as queue. So if I'll say pop again, but here I will say poll last. Now the 30 has to go on from the list. As you can see, 30 has gone. So if you want to implement queue with the help of linked list, this will be your best choice if you are using linked list as a queue. So these all are the method I have explained here is much important if you are working in linked list. We have lots of method in linked list. You can go to their website called Oracle website. You can check here all the methods of queue. Oracle website. Here you can check all the methods of linked list, and clicking on all the method you can get the description also. So that's it from this video, guys. I hope you have understood it and you like this video. If you did, please like the video and share with your friend and subscribe my channel. I'll see you on the next video with the new concept of collection framework. This is Coding Braille signing off for now. Bye bye, take care, have a nice day.